Hello, hello, folks. We are back live for Wow Wednesday. I am just getting everything all set up, and then we will get going today. I am planning on doing more of the side stories for Karesh. I was surprised, actually, to figure out that I got to the end. I have the quest to do the raid, but I'm going to wait for all of the LFR wings to get released so that me and a friend can do those together. So, we'll be working on some side stories here in just a moment. Let me finish getting my stream set up, and then we'll get going. I do have the wind maybe coming in because it's warm in here. So I apologize if that noise gets picked up. Let me know if you're hearing it and you don't like it. All right, and then it also occurs to me, you know what? I should show you guys WoW instead of this title card screen. So let's go ahead and swap on over to that, and we'll head on in game. I am pretty hype for the midnight stuff. As you probably have figured out if you have watched this stream more than once, I basically play Blood Elves these days, so the Quel'Thalas update and it not being the case that it's just, that it is not just Quel'Thalas is broken now and you have to go live in Orgrimmar. That is really exactly what I wanted from Midnight. I am happy, and I am down with what we're getting, so I'm pretty psyched. Hello! I will call you Panda in here if that is fine. And I will check the PDF that you just sent me real quick. I think the document, like, that looks really clean. I haven't read any of the text, but I do think it looks really clean. I don't know, the spacing on that looks really good, so I am inclined to say leave it there. It has really big margins, but it looks so tidy. Alright. So the last quest I was looking at here was this outcast request. I found somebody who had broken oaths twice, and they wanted their old religious implements, but they could no longer be seen in the society of the Karashis, or they would be killed because of their oath-breaking status. So I was gonna go get these things for them. So let me just refresh here. I felt it. Something happened in that dome. Something. No. Someone. My friend, I do not know your name or where you came from, but this is it. It has to be. The ruined town of Sufad to the southeast of here was where I resided as a wastelander. Please, go there and bring back my scepter, prayer book, and ceremonial bowl. There was no time to pack. I just ran, so the items could be anywhere within the town. I don't know what I was really happy with. Oh, I know what it was. It was, the new expansion got announced for World of Warcraft, and I was really worried based on the title and, like, what we knew it was kind of going to be focused on, that actually they were going to destroy, like, the homeland of my favorite culture in the game. But it doesn't seem like they're doing that, and in fact, they're upgrading it, like bringing it from 2007 visuals into current. So I'm hoping that it will stay that way, and we will not, in fact, just destroy it at some point during the storyline. I was sad. There was some of the new ethereal people that I was like actually kind of into, and they did not make it out of the main story quest, which was disappointing.
It's too far away. I'm out of range.
There wasn't like a new patch this week, but I really feel like my damage output has radically changed to be a lot slower. This scepter belongs to Kareshi High Priest. Ethereal energy runes come to... Ethereal energy... oh, no, that's not the race. It's just a descriptor. Ethereal energy runes come to life when you pick it up and hum faintly before vanishing. Alright, and I'm gonna take this bowl. A ceremonial bowl used by the Kareshi priesthood. It was used for rituals and eating alike, at least until the ethereals stopped doing both. The one nice thing about being a tank is that I can, in fact, just pull everything. It's not a problem. Hello, Songville. I guess, yeah. Yours is hard to say, though, since you also, like, boosted a character, so I wouldn't be surprised if... I mean, maybe they even do a thing, like, to try and make it feel like you're becoming more powerful if they add to those abilities as you level up, which actually would be, like, a cool idea.
I need to get closer.
I would advise each of you who the other one is, but I don't necessarily want to pass out the name you're not using in this context live on stream, so I will let you two know later who the other one is. I feel like, okay, so I'm figuring out that it's because I'm stunned. So I'm losing control of my character, but I keep thinking I'm lagging. Because I'm not noticing like a visual key that says, hey, you're stunned. Interesting. This old and tattered prayer book has seen better days. A closer look at its pages reveals that the priests use a type of cuneiform for writing. It doesn't make much sense to you. Alright, we've got his items. It really enhances the mood, you know, it makes this stream more compelling. Because you're like, oh, who is it? I have to find out, you know? It's a marketing thing. Friendship marketing. Once I have my belongings, I will be able to walk the path of the old ways. It is time to retake my true oath. I knew it from the moment I saw you. The time is right for Karesh to have his priests back. In the old days, we used certain deep-mined salts in cleansing processes and rituals. As you can see around you, mining is no longer valid, as these fragile rocks are hanging on to each other. On the day of the devouring of Karesh, a never-before-seen mineral surfaced. The blood of Karash is a blue mineral with some deposits to the west of here. Even though Karash is dying, I should follow the old traditions to the end. Please collect deposits from Sandstriders or veins and bring them to me.
Send my regards to the
Oh, good. I suppose if you look on their backs, you can see that they're carrying them. I'm gonna move away. There are so many critters in this new zone, and I feel bad how often I, like, AoE them down. Like, many of them are very cute, and I do not mean to kill them for no particular reason. And that flavor text. These blue and transparent crystals can be found in small colonies. They are smooth with an oily film on them that seems to repel sand. Well, I don't know if I feel like I would not enjoy rock with residue. I mean, it would help that it doesn't get grungy, apparently, but... When you can't quite see your keyboard, so you just start pushing other stuff. I think Songvale said that there was still being work done, so I'm not sure how here Songvale is. But how much more of your evening have you got, Panda? At least the drop rate on this is pretty okay compared to a couple other quests that were nostalgic, I guess, for their poor drop rate yesterday. I had my internet drop out last night, but luckily it was only for a couple of minutes and then it came back. It was like 10 after midnight, and so I was like, uh-oh, I wonder if they're gonna do maintenance or something. That, of course, I was not notified about, but then it came back, so I think it was just a random blip, but it went down on both my laptop and my phone. I am thinking of this because I'm thinking about the mic arms at my workplace. What was the thing, Songvale, that I was supposed to bring from my workplace to you this weekend? Bicycle pump, that's it. I, like, couldn't figure it out at all. And I never would have come up with bicycle pump, to be honest. I feel like anybody who doesn't, who really isn't you, is now deeply confused that my workplace has both mic arms and bicycle pumps that I can borrow. I work in one of the most eclectic fields. Although the blood of Karash may not have existed prior to the devouring like other minerals, it came from within our world and thus should still be usable for the process. This kind of sounds like Azurite to me. Yes, these will do. I will grind them fine to powder and use them to cleanse my items in my ritual of return. Now that you have brought me all that I need, the ritual of return can begin. You see, stranger, the items you recovered were stowed in my hovel for over 100,000 years. The void that surrounds us leave its mark on everything it touches. While grinding the mineral removed the impurities of the void, I still need to cleanse myself and the items. Please help me with the ritual. I do not foresee any distractions or issues. We are very close now.
Beware the sands and shadows.
Come, Runethe, help me with the ritual of return. I feel humbled and a sense of great joy that I will soon rebind myself to my ancient oath with Karesh. Please place the items in the locations that I have marked. A bowl of salt to drown my sins. These pages guide me to the old ways. A scepter to show me the way. The ritual of return is over, and yet something is amiss.
I am listening.
The ritual of return is over, but did you feel it?
We village
Runethe, I suspect that a living manifestation of the void came out of myself and the items. I cannot, with good conscience, take on the mantle of a priest of the old ways while these manifestations are out there. I have a final request for you. Go find these creatures and slay them. Then I will be able to reassume the mantle of priest. And I'm gonna get a mantle as a reward.
send my regards to the rabble.
Alright, we are hunting Void of Shame, Void of Doubt, and Void of Falter. You know, this sounds like a ritual that could be useful for me. I've kind of been amused, actually, at, I don't know, like, if I feel like specifically anything having to do with them. I don't know, maybe. Is aesthetically exact, but I have liked their rituals. Oh, I tried to search for, so this is like a treasure that you can find on the ground, and I tried to follow the instructions that were stated here yesterday, and I did not locate him, but I love the little lantern model. Again, tank perks that I'm just kind of ignoring this guy. I was able to get the lantern to disappear if I forget if it was after I mounted or mined something, but it disappeared and it did not come back. So, while I was talking about it, I need to just run rather than fight. We'll turn it off for right now and continue on our questing focus. You know, we should get Sunny to do it. Alternatively, I can do it. My specialty will just be World of Warcraft cultural religions. Drown in the sins of your past. To be very clear, that has appeared only in my chat log as a whisper. It was not a strange declaration. I feel like what would be really interesting about Karashi religion is, like,
I need a target.
because it has gone through an apocalypse, it would have this break point. And because I feel like there is and there isn't an attempt for them to have, like, modern religious practices that reflect what happened. I don't know, maybe that's kind of what the storyline is about, because they're sort of trying to resurrect their previous practices, but at the same time, they can't do what they used to do because the planet spirit does not respond to them. No, we have to slay it, we have to defeat it. The like evil force that ripped this place apart thousands of years ago, is a type of magic that exists in this world called void. So it's like kind of the opposite of the light. It's a really intense form of, like, shadow magic. Yeah, I agree, Songvale.
I'm out of range.
Alright, Void of Falter. I got a whisper from this one, too. Your faith wavers, weakling. I can really tell with my laptop that, like, you know, when it's in the 60s or the 70s, actually with the cooling pad and the fans on, like, it's fine. But when it's up at, like, past 75, it gets hot. I probably should be gaming on my desktop today, just because it manages heat so much better. One more. It's time to slay doubt. But no, I think... I don't know. I guess maybe it's a special interest type of thing for me, but I find that the two cultural things I'm the most interested... Three... I guess the most overt thing that I am interested in culturally from World of Warcraft at this point are the different religious beliefs or spiritual beliefs, and then I have some, like, more mundane interest in their kind of daily life stuff, especially clothing and food. Some crafts. I also like crafting. Void of Doubt. I will feed on your insecurities.
I need to target something.
And that is objective complete. I am pretty sure this phase shifting thing is, like, the main weekly mechanic I'm supposed to be doing. But I haven't done it because I feel like I want to finish all the side stuff first. And it's probably putting me weeks behind. Also, I don't think of myself as being someone who, like, really looks at my keyboard, but craning my head over my mic right now to be able to see the screen and really not being able to see the keyboard is messing with me big time. Oh, he's got his full regalia. I love the draping fabric and all of the, like, gradients that they're using in this zone. You have done it. Nothing I can give you is a good enough reward for what you have given me. Finally, my vision of you from all those years ago makes sense. You have saved me. My soul. Thank you.
I will honor my oath.
I have taken the mantle of a priest of Karesh, my ancient oath. I have to thank you from the depths of my being. You gave me what I could not give myself. You gave me the ability to rekindle my inner flame, the one that guides my oath. My oath is between myself and Karesh now. It matters not what others will think or say. The only way to master a path is to walk the path. I must now master every path, every passage and nook. I also like a lot of the... Would it be philosophy? I don't know, like the way of thinking and seeing things here has been interesting to me. In the past, I think I just read Ethereals and Brokers as being very money-focused, but they've done a good job giving that depth to, like, in its depiction here, such that it feels like it's more meaningful than just let's make money. There is this sense that contracts are oaths and money is like repayment or thank you that I just feel like is great. Uh-oh. Are we... Okay, great. I think what happened there was it was chewing on loading DBM, and I was like, oh, was I gonna DC? Otherwise, if this group that already has 5 tanks does not want me, I will I will make my own group. I've moved on for the topic, but Songville thinks it's just part that you receive a really deep honor in the idea of continuing to serve and remember a dead god even when you know they're gone because you value the relationship and or cause that much. Yes. And I feel like also it might be the case for me that that would be something that is potentially fulfilling, that I should be pursuing or at least thinking about. Time to report some advertisements, I guess. It literally has, like, a website in it and WTS. I don't understand why they don't have, like, a... like a basic block, I guess? There's so many in here. Holy moly. We're going after it today. Bye, Panda. Thanks for hanging out. Hopefully I didn't miss you. I have no idea if I am going to be making an impact, but it's still probably important to try. Anyway, let's search for the thing I want. Great. Is Reshinor not up on this server? She does not seem to actually be here. This is a very strange choice for somebody to have started a group. I guess, like, maybe she has, like, a 1-minute respawn timer, but... This seems odd. Panda has advised that I did not miss her, and that's great. I see. So the raid leader said that they thought it would be respawning shortly. I think I will go ahead and make a group since I know mine's up.
tears freely in and out of untethered space, devouring all that is left of our world.
Let's see. World bosses. Alright. And we will just wait for folks to offer to join our group, I guess. Someone in the chat actually said that, like, she intentionally made it because she thought it would just respawn shortly, but that did not seem to be the case. Hopefully we will reach critical mass here where, like, loads and loads of people sign up. Very shortly. I'm not really sure. I feel like it used to auto-invite, but it is not doing that. Maybe... I don't know. Alright, it looks like maybe this one is growing a little faster. So I'm gonna hope that that one actually has Reshinor up on the right server. It doesn't. I wonder... People keep joining that group.
Tears freely in and out of untethered
But,
space, devouring all that is left of our world. Bring
he's
it
not
to
actually up. I think we've gotta just wait. I wonder if I need to make a group with the auto create tool. I need to turn on being able to see the world quest button. Okay. Well, this is truly some of the most enthralling content anyone here has ever seen. I guess I could just continue with my questing. If this group doesn't work out, I will just move on, I guess.
the great dragon, Reshinor,
Yay, we found a real group. Okay.
untethered space, devouring all that is left of our world. Bring its reign to an end.
Thought I'd just come over here and grab this treasure while we are filling as a group. To figure out where it is. There it is. Ooh, Shadow Trade Imports. Unseal the crate and release the contraband inside. Well, no time like the present. Oh wow, that hit me really hard. see, what was it called? I've already lost track.
I need to get closer.
This is really more people than I want meleeing a boss for visibility reasons. Also, a dish of sand that I put incense in just blew over in the wind, and now it is all over the windowsill. Awesome. What is this? She goes up in the air. I wonder if this is an Onyxia reference, to be honest. Or Elisra, I guess, also in Firelands was similar to this, I think.
It's too far away.
I kind of like this model. It's creepy, but I'm kind of into it. What else do we still have to kill? I'm not really seeing. Oh, okay, more waves coming. Alright. It was, I think part of the issue is because I have, like, the blinds down, it creates kind of these tight little wind tunnels that make it stronger. I am really learning how much I actually do glance at the keyboard to figure out my finger placement today, while my keyboard is totally obstructed by my mic. Oh my goodness. But I love the idea of like 40 people taking on a challenge together. Like that part is cool. But like this isn't readable to me. It's too much stuff on the screen. It's too much stuff.
I'm out of range. I need to get closer.
For a second I thought she meant like how strong was the wind in the boss fight, and I was like, I mean, it's a pretty big dragon. I'm sure she can generate plenty of wind. Hello, Sunny. Ashura. Do you go by Sunny with anyone else? Should I use Ashura? I always thought that the name Ashura, like, seemed like that older character name somehow, but when I think about it, like, it really doesn't. It's not the same name at all. That works. Well, you can be Sunny then, and then anybody who joins the chat will be really confused as to who I'm talking about, except for Songvale, who is my other local friend and also is aware that you exist and are named Sunny. You gave up Queen? Your brand isn't royalty? Sunny Shura is a nice name. I was doing side stories and then I saw this boss was up and decided to stop for it, but it's very slow. And given that I am a tank, but all of the other tanks are fighting for the right to hold aggro, there's not a whole lot to do, and I don't feel like I'm contributing very much. I guess in pronouncing it, wow. In pronouncing it, I can see the Ajara, but reading it I don't. And I, being like such a text native person, I wouldn't have caught on to that, and I didn't catch on to that until like much later when I'd heard it said a few times. But with the Queen title, I can see how people got there a lot sooner.
It's too far away.
So what made you abdicate your royalty?
Range.
My computer is dying. It's warm in my room, and there's so many spell effects. Don't worry, you're not getting a bad stream. That's what it looks like on my screen. It is also a very high quality slideshow. That's fair. Well, I hope someday you feel like you have earned the title to be held in such high regard.
I need to get closer.
Alright, we achieved something, and I got an actual upgrade! Yeah! Love it when that happens. Are they cool looking? No, they are not my thing. But that is okay. Upgrade is upgrade. Alright, it's time to find out. Is the game going to freeze when I open the transmog window? Oh my goodness, it didn't. Good on you, game. I feel like that bug is less common than it used to be. And are you genuinely getting closer to being worthy, or are you just beginning to drink your own Kool-Aid? Hey, you know what? If you think it's funny, you should clip it so that I'm not the only one who clips my streams. I feel like that was dumb of me and I'm gonna die. Oh good, it worked out.
Has lost control of the dogs. I need someone competent to sort it out for them.
Alright, I was here because I was gonna pick up a quest. Let me look to see which one I was gonna do. It was the Oasis. Okay. That's fair. Well, maybe we can just all remember together that it was at like 42 seconds I said something funny. And then I can post it on YouTube and get 200 views and then no more after that point. Runathe, I have been looking for you. Hello again, Runathe. Venari asked me to find you. She asked that you meet her in the Oasis. I shall join you shortly. I have some errands to run here first. Alright, I think that's right where I was before. Yes, it was. Okay. Well, at least what I enjoy is seeing the world. Honestly, this place is awesome, but I do wonder, like, did the Kareshi actually build Ouroboros and all those other first one things in the Shadowlands? Or did they get to the Shadowlands and then just, like, adopt that style and give it their own spin? Because this looks so much like so much of that first one's architecture from Shadowlands. It was really obvious inside there to me. I have mail. Is there a mailbox here? No. I feel like there probably is some level of, like, power, which is valuable to them in terms of the fact that they seem to, like, care about prestige and power overall. in associating your culture and general appearance with this ancient group that is incredibly powerful and legendary.
Void grubs. Stomp them out before they pupate.
Weird that it just completed the world quest now for defeating the boss that we defeated a while. I wonder if it is having a panic moment as it's playing that dialogue over and over and over again. Does that interest you because of any particular reason? Like, is it that they willingly use this technology from somebody who wrecked the planet, or... Yeah, that makes sense. I should go through and, like, mark down copies of all of their glyphs. That would be, you know, back in the day when you used to do lore posts, there would have been a cool one on languages. Or maybe you did one, like, on scripts that went around Azeroth and collected samples of, like, the scripts we see of humans having written in common and the Thalassian on the signposts in Silvermoon and stuff like that. And just, I don't know, like, compared all the options. Oh, yeah. Yeah, give us a series on various religious beliefs, please. I also would like, Karashi lore, but if you want to do, like, what you can find for lore sources on, like, Thalassian religion, that would be great. Or you could just do detailed stuff on, like, the Kaldorei religion, which really looks like the real-world religion of Wicca, but, like, not an edgy form of it. I also always really liked the Arakoa religion, with, like, the 3 figures in Draenor. Just get into the really specialized stuff. It's like, the only WoW YouTubers I watch right now are the ones who, like, find, like, one really obscure quest in vanilla WoW, and they explain that. Or they find, like, some random cave. That's the content I enjoy these days. It's, like, super specific. It's really not meant to be appealing to a big group. And it's not that like the specificity of it not appealing to a big group is what draws me. It's more that it actually has, like, something detailed to say, rather than just kind of being this vague overview that you don't really have to, like, listen to. I guess what I'm trying to say is, as much as I do listen to lore videos to go to sleep, I actually want people to genuinely make content that I would sit and watch that is not meant to be background noise. Fantastic. I should check your videos and see what you got. I think for a while I thought that they were just, like, VOD uploads. And so I wasn't watching them, but I do know now, thinking about it, that, like, you would do, like, cosplaying as a figure from a particular patch and then do the lore for that patch. And I never watched any of them. But I should. If you do one about various WoW religions, that's for me, and also for Songvale. This person's guild is named the Evening Star Coven, and that's beautiful. Venari did not tell me she was hiring off-worlders. Good to help is so hard to find. I suppose you will have to do. Venari is very busy. While both her and Amtalad are away, I will give you your orders. We have many creatures here in the oasis. They make messes. Go clean them up. Come back when you are done. I will have more tasks for you. Perhaps spreading fertilizer? Alright. So I have been sent across the world to do pooper scooper duty. I think I just greatly misunderstood what your YouTube channel was for, and I apologize.
I don't have a target.
How do you research stuff like how many times something appeared in Burning Crusade? Like, are you just really diligent about going back and replaying these zones on alts when you think they might be relevant? Or is it actually effective to, like, search for it on the Warcraft wiki? Please stop! I didn't realize who you were! Venari has arrived. She's waiting for you. Well, that's good. I only had to clean up one pile of poop. I am so very sorry. I had no idea you were... well, you! Please accept my apologies. I would not have asked you to perform this task had I not known. If I had known. Catch me just appreciate it. I assume it was noticed probably because it happened, like, in the middle of me talking or something. It's nice to be able to put the cord away, but I have to say the ease with which this mic unplugs itself is absolutely wild. Find an appropriate task as punishment, Amtalad. I will not have my guests disrespected.
Everything I've done.
I apologize for the task my custodian gave you. Good help is difficult to find.
My fortune for
Ah, you are here. Good. There is work to be done.
I must protect.
We've taken some of the native species we saved out of stasis. We will need to recreate their habitats. There are 2 primary species here, as well as this console to monitor species in the Oasis. I recommend acquainting yourself with these creatures before we begin.
Our work has just begun.
What is a Velcro plug cozy? I don't feel like I've seen this before.
What is more valuable than home?
While you will be on assignments that befit your skill set, there are also additional tasks that need to be done in the Oasis on a regular basis. While these are typically done by the custodians, if you are in the area, I would not say no to your assistance with them, now and in the future.
Our work has just begun.
In the Oasis, we look to recreate Karesh as it once. As we fled, we were able to preserve the smallest amount of Karesh's species. We look to rebuild, for them and for us, for Karesh. Your assistance is needed in the times to come. Welcome, registered user. Please use this console to review the status of fauna in the Oasis. Please select below for the status of specific species. This species is limited in its impact upon the ecosystem due to a low population. I am not sure what this means right now, but presumably I will understand later. Oh, okay, yeah. I guess I could conceptualize, like, I could think of how to do that. And at least since it's on the back, if it, was visually not invisible, maybe I wouldn't notice or could ignore it. I keep thinking, like, oh, I need to stand up and get something to drink, but I have water right here. The glass is full. I don't have to get anything. It's right there. Oh, this is where... Okay, so there's a bunch of, like, neutral animals in this, and this quest is explaining them to me. I thought maybe they were going to be a quest line for hunters to be able to tame these things or something. I was wrong. I also recognize that I do a weird accent for the brokers and the ethereals and the Kareshi in general. It is because some of them kind of have that accent, and it has impacted the voices I fall into for them. Oh, great. I feel like, in particular, Venari has a really, really specific, like, vocal pacing. And what I realized quickly is I cannot do a facsimile of every voice in this game because I do not have, rainbow vocal cords that can do every voice and pitch regardless of any other factor. So I figured out that doing like the vocal pacing conveys the character better than completely failing to hit their voice. I feel like my voice sounds like a bad interpretation of like the Dranic Russian one. And I wonder if that's intended. Like, is there any connection between the Draenei and the Kareshi, or not? Probably not. I don't know. I guess the Draenei went to a lot of places, but it sounds like this planet was destroyed well before the Draenei were moving around. Venari's voice is top tier, I will agree. The sleepback alpha eyes you as you approach. I carefully reach out. The alpha paws at the ground, then quickly moves its head forward and nudges your hand before pulling its head back. It then looks at you dead in the eyes and snorts. This model is really growing on me, and I like it a lot better with the horns than with the unicorn horn. It impacts your vocal cords and gives you like a strange clipped quality. I don't think we should examine the optics of exposure to the void makes you Eastern European. That probably isn't what you wanted to convey, but... Oh, you're right! I don't remember if the Eridar... Oh no, I'm thinking of the Broken. I was like, they would have been exposed. Do they have the accent too? I did notice that there was a difference between the Brokers and the, ethereal wastelanders. They've also always had this sort of, like... There must have been a movie, because I actually have no concept of what different kinds of Arabic accents would actually sound like. But there is something to the, like, the smoothness and, like, the... There's, like, a smoothness and a formality, but there's a, like, a warmth, but it still seems very, very formal, that in my head seems like Arabian Nightsy, except like the only Arabian Nights flavored thing I will have ever seen is Disney's Aladdin. So I'm not even sure it's accurate. I just associate it with that. I don't know why, but it has that the especially the ethereals from Burning Crusade make me think of that. Broken have an accent, but it's not the same as the Draenei. The Eridar don't seem to have one other than the American Standard default. Insert all of the children at my workplace insisting that they do not have an accent because they fundamentally do not understand that everyone has an accent. There is no one single version of something. The Thorntail matriarch watches you as you approach. She jump, and she dig, and nothing else. I knew what you meant, but you're right, like, who knows? you know, this stream could blow up in two minutes, and like, I was gonna say 2 seconds. 2 minutes is really more realistic. And in 2 minutes, a couple thousand people will roll in here and be like, Songvale! Songvale, what did you mean by that? And then it'll be a whole thing. Alright, I still need to collect data and to use the watering jug to water plants. But like, what plants? Ineffective on large trees or grass. Are these plants? No. Okay, so they must be something I have to mouse over. I don't know if I've seen any yet. Data collection drone. Oh, I bet I get data from them. My readings are yours. For science. I also like them. I feel like... At some point, I keep thinking, like, no, I want to complete on Runethe rather than doing, like, the first half or first third of everything 3 times. But I would like to get back to Wildwalker, my hunter, and tame some new pets. That doesn't seem good. I'm not totally sure where the plants are I'm supposed to water. And I feel like the quest did not tell me. I have made the quest tell me. Do not drink from the bone water unless you have boiled it for several hours, and then it is bone broth and it's fine to eat. Look at the way it changes color in the fur. They do look like they get into a lot of fights, but the texture here is making me want to get back to painting my Dinotopian kangaroo riders. I guess, are these are the plants? Alright, that was not clear, but I guess these are the plants. I thought I had, like, finished the main campaign, given that I got a quest to kill the final boss. I'm hoping that the quests I'm doing right now are not set after that raid kill, because I don't want to do that until we can do all of LFR at the end of next week. I don't know what that is.
Put your hopes in the trust.
Is it just like a weekly thing that we can participate in? You are unharmed. Excellent. This means we may proceed faster.
What is more
Have you been hard at work? Should you wish to help out the custodians, there is always data to be collected, plants to be watered, and soil to flatten.
my
One final item before we begin. A special task suited to your unique capabilities. No, not killing. Flying. The Oasis requires donations. Donations come from advertising. Take these stacks of flyers and distribute them around Tazavesh.
I must protect my
Do not worry about litter. I have placed devices on these leaflets that will cause them to seek nearby brokers. That's good. I was worried about that. Also, I initially thought she was saying that we should fly around the Oasis and drop them. And I was like, advertising to who? The trees? I really wish that they did something to mark chronological order. Before this past patch launched, one of the things I was doing to, like, get back into WoW was trying to complete everything for the expansion, like, in chronological order, which I was doing, like, based on release order, so trying to finish everything that was 11.0, and then 11.1, and then I didn't even get close to 11.2. I don't even know if I got out of 11.1. And it was just, like, I was using 2 different add-ons to figure out when stuff might have been released, and it was still extremely difficult and unclear. I have just read your message, Songvale. I feel like it would tell the trees something. It reminds me of that video that I showed you and your dad, about the 2 guys texting each other, and the one thinks he's, like, making plans to go hang out at the bar, and the other one thinks that he's, like, being insulted and they're gonna meet up for a bar fight. That's basically what I wish I was looking for, an add-on to sort of simulate, was, like, some marker being added to the quests, or even ideally, like, in-game, like, marking somehow. I don't know, that might be too much editing of the game, but being able to, like, turn, almost like we can turn low-level quests on and off, like some kind of add-on that lets me only see the quest here marker for, like, a given patch release. Alright. Fly through the rings above Tazavesh. Oh, it's just free-form flying. I am on a laptop touchpad right now, so if this is not the most elegant flying or at the highest speed, I have to tell you that there is absolutely a reason. This is a mechanic that I absolutely love, but it is very hard to do on a touchpad. This is the flying system that I used to pretend we had in Burning Crusade. Alright, and back to Venari. Always interesting when there's a conversation going on in LFG, and they're clearly responding to someone, but you can't see them.
I swore an oath.
I have received several requests to donate already. Excellent work.
Our work has just begun. There you are. Good. There are many tasks that have been waiting on your arrival. Please see to their completion.
We have need of more species to help pollinate. I have studied your world, and I believe your bees in Stormsong Valley will be best. Not the fire ones, though. Too dangerous. Bring back some bees, and we can see if they are suitable. Take this communicator in case I need to contact you.
What is more valuable than home?
I have provided a portal for you, as payment. When you return with the bees, the real work starts. Ensure you do not make much of a mess. I would prefer not disrupting another ecosystem, if it can be avoided. I saw people in general chat, like, going on and on about, like, the Infinite Bees quest line. Is that what this is? I'm not adverse to a long quest line or bees, so I'm fine with that. But I guess I have only just now realized that I thought I finished the story, but did not learn what people were going on and on about with the bees. Thank you for sending me a torn maw fragment in the mail. Absolutely essential item. We'll keep that. And I'm just going to clear up my inventory here real quick. Please hold for the ultra engaging inventory management gameplay stream. I like inventory management, but I realize that watching it is not the greatest thing. I also do keep some of my gray items that I just think are nice. Like this item that I got from doing Children's Week stuff genuinely describes this character, and it's very, very sweet. So I can't vendor it. I have to keep it. Yeah, people are very adverse to doing quests. But then, I feel like people actually have, like, genuinely gotten into, like, spamming delves or something. Like, that's where people are at now. But I feel like back in the day, it was the reverse. People wanted more, especially on, like, War Mystic Horde or Roleplay server in general. Like, people wanted story content and not to, like, spam the same dungeons over and over. And, the consciousness of culture has shifted. I remember I had a... Actually, I think I still have her. In Cataclysm, I had this Forsaken Warlock who was, like, very, like, the kind of witch that, like, is a folkloric thing, you know, with, like, bear guts and stuff. And her bank was full of, like, gray items that I found that seemed like the gross things that would go in awful witches' brews. Alright. Well, we are up 1,100 gold from clearing out our inventory. Always crazy to see something like that if you have recently played some version of vanilla. I'm gonna open every menu in the game to figure out what it is I'm supposed to be doing. To Stormsong, right, so we're gonna take this portal, and we're gonna go find bees. The Drust were very cool. I am glad that we saw more of those in Shadowlands as well. Honestly, goes right around with the very edgy folkloric witch character. Where did you come from? Doesn't matter. Get over here and keep it down. So, why did you portal here? To get bees. You used a teleport spell to come get bees? I really need bees. Apparently. Where did you come from, anyway? Karesh. Karesh? I've never heard of it. Is it in Kalimdor? Never mind, I'm getting distracted. We need to save these bees. Alright, let's save some bees.
If you find anything interesting, let me know.
Random people appearing from thin air was not what I had on my list of expected interactions today. Still, you look capable. Perhaps you'd be interested in helping me out here?
So soon? Take care.
Something is agitating the bees, and I suspect it's these honey-crazed maulers. Take some down and see if it helps. Even if it doesn't, you're doing the world a favor. They are completely out of control.
The world is wild.
Stormsong has some of the biggest and best pollinators on Azeroth. When they aren't angry, at least. If you are looking to take these, you'll need to try to calm them down. It looks like their honey is being stolen. Try to take some honey back from those honey blob things? Can't hurt, right? Sorry, I'm more of a plant person than a bee person. They just come with the territory.
If you find anything interesting,
We need to find out why the bees are acting the way they are. While you are dealing with the possible causes, I'll monitor the bee's response. Alright, it's time for bees. Do I have a honeybee? Oh, I don't. Okay, we gotta get a honeybee. Just a second. Pet journal. Primary team. This is my pet capture team. Honeybee, come back. Alright. Oh, a chicken? Okay, plans changed. We're actually gonna get this chicken, and then we will get another honeybee in a minute, because there's more flying around. This crab is also cute, but chicken. It's gotta be the chicken. Please do not knock out the chicken. Thank you. That will probably do too much. Let's switch into... I'll go with the Kunlai runt. You're welcome. It's a nice looking chicken. Speaking of Manoon creatures, how were my Manoons who are not chickens today? Yay, got the chicken. Oops, that is not what I wanted. I wanted two. Again, really learning how much I actually do, like, notice my keyboard in my peripheral vision to put my hands where they belong. Alright, we have achieved chicken. Heal button. This is mean to have the icon be a roast chicken. Gotta favorite all the different chickens. Well, ones have I missing? Okay, there's fancy chicken. A terrifying chicken. That's not a chicken. A fancy golden chicken. A robo chicken. Ooh. Futuristic. Essence of the past chicken. Attack chicken. I love this. This one is the one that's from the trading card. Yeah. I hope at some point they put this on the trading post or as a Twitch reward. Vengeful chicken. This is an edgy chicken. Alright. Now we get a honeybee. Oh no. An otter? What? Okay. I'm sure there will be another honeybee. I hope that, yes, there is. We're gonna get the otter now. Thank you for going and checking on my ferrets. They're very important. We must keep them safe and cool. That they not know the suffering which I currently endure. This is such a cute model. Oh my goodness. What a great little river otter. I'm like leaning closer to the mic. Sorry that I'm getting all close to you. I'm trying to get slightly closer to the otter. Y'all are just in the way. You are between me and an otter. What was I supposed to do? I am having the experience I had last week where I'm playing WoW and it's going good. And then I'm about an hour into it and now all I can think of is my preferred snack. Yeah, I feel like I've looked at a number of, like, otter-type models before, but that one seems even newer than the last one I looked at. I have to walk to the store to buy the snack, but also, calorically, I don't need the snack. Also, it's, like, hyper-processed. It's these really spicy, like, rolled chip things called Takis, and, what was great about them initially was that they were like so strong of flavor that I could just have like 7 or 8 and genuinely be totally, oh my goodness. Well, now I have to get this blue crawler. Will I ever get a honeybee? I guess not. Those sound kind of good. This is the model I was thinking of, which, like, is cute, but is not as good as the previous one. Or as the otter model. I guess when I am done streaming or for break time, maybe I will let myself go get Takis. We will see. I would try to set a goal, like if we get followers or something, but I don't think I have, up to this point, gained any followers that weren't either a friend or, like I didn't already hang out in their stream, and then they, like, noticed that I stream, and then they followed me. So I feel like my hopes of meeting any particular goal just wouldn't be fair towards me. That could be a good thing, though, if I don't want to go spend money on Takis. I don't know. Pet battling is weird, or being a collector is weird, because when I look at this crab, it's actually, like, not my favorite. I don't feel like I'm gonna use it, but it's blue. And so I felt like I needed to collect it. Alright, woohoo! Is there any more honeybees so that I can get what I actually came for? I guess at this point I don't have... I'm gonna have to switch out some pets because some of my pets are fainted at the moment. Have I checked to see whether or not these have useful moves that I've ever set up? No. And I'm not going to. These actually are some fun abilities. I should, maybe I should use Pierre more often. That is a drawback to this moveset. Some rounds I don't get to do anything. Alright. I also was about to forget that I actually want to collect this. Oh no, is that going to be low enough? Am I going to be able to capture? Yes, okay, good. Oh, it healed. 553. Do I risk it? I guess I risk it. Of course. Okay. Well, it got a critical hit. And everything is awful. I guess I could collect this crawler. We're really getting quite far away. This is similar to the world boss attempt. We're a little off topic of what we are supposed to be working on right now. I am not an amazing pet trainer. Because at the moment I am not paying attention to making sure none of them faint, and I apologize to my pets for that. For the most part, that will probably not change. Today. This is destiny. Finally, the honeybee that I'm gonna catch is green. This is ideal. Alright, I need to be careful to not knock it out. So we're gonna switch pets into something that is less powerful overall. And now we will go in for the capture. Come on, little honeybee, I've got the honey for ye. Come on with me, come on home, it looks like the secret, singing a song. Alright, and now we will make quick work of everybody else. Down we go. One more. Just defeat a river otter. And we will be able to continue on our quest to get bees for the quest, rather than to get a bee for our pet collection. Ah, well. Alright. I'm sorry, Otter. I'm trying not... No, it used... Ugh. I wish you could catch them all, you know? I wish you did not have to commit to just one pet and defeating the others. But we have done it. We have successfully got the honeybee, and I can favorite it. And then we can get back on task here. Okay. Campaign quests. We are getting honey globules and slaying maulers. This looks like I just sent Songvale a picture of a seagull, which was brought into like a rescue facility. They didn't know what it was. They thought, like, the person reporting it said it was an exotic bird. It was a seagull that had gotten into a large container of curry. So it had dyed itself orange in this manner. I apologize to the bees. Obviously, that was probably not what we were hoping would happen. This is not something I need to be defeating. I understand that now. It won't even let me defeat it. I guess I'm not on the right quest, so you get to stay in honey. That is cruel.
I'm out of range. I need to get closer.
So where is the globules? Oh, there they are. Okay.
It's too far away.
You don't want to come? You should come back over here and let me defeat you. I thought I had, like, some ability talent that I was going to need to turn off and was summoning other demon hunters, but it was indeed just another demon hunter. Charged lodestone. I do not remember what those were for. Let's see. Inflicts nature damage to the attacker on melee damage received. Well, that works. Need... There's 2. Hopefully they will each drop 1, and I will get the 2 that I need.
I need to get closer.
Yay! Alright, we need 4 more maulers. And then we can head back. Turn this in. And I can ask myself that age-old gamer question. Do I need the snack? Do I need the snack? Because I could do it. I have the power. I could walk to go get the snack. It's like 15 minutes round trip to get the snack. There is no one here to tell me what my life should be or should not be. These ones aren't as fun. I like the curry-dyed ones.
It's too far away. I'm out of range.
Did we lose this one? We did. Alright, well,
I need to get close.
this should be enough for what we need anyway. Alright, well, I have been told that I am allowed to consume infinite snacks, and I don't have to worry about how much money they cost, nor how many calories they contain. That is definitely the full ringing endorsement that you provided there. And you are also, you know, not in terms of you're responsible, as in you're gonna have to, like, pay any form of money, but I do think you should think about the impact of your actions when you watch me being in financial and physical health ruin after feasting. But emotionally, except insofar as, like, brain chemicals will make me sad, emotionally, spiritually, I will be happy because I enjoyed the snack. Alternatively, maybe you're listening to that rambling and you're like, no, you gotta eat something. You are not doing okay. I did have, like, some fried rice this morning that I made. Honestly, what's really putting me in financial ruin, not really, but it was tough, was I took my 2 ferrets to the vet, and they are exotic pets, and, like, that just makes their medical care expensive, and they have delicate health and a lot of, like, known predictable problems. Anyway, went to the vet. I had already prepaid for their appointments, so, you know, I didn't have to pay all of this on Tuesday because I'd already paid for part of it, but the total bill for the care that they received on Tuesday was like $1,750 something. $100, $1,750. And they might have to go back depending on what the testing that we did finds, because each of them has a seemingly different mysterious health issue. So, that's great.
I'm so glad you're here. The world is wild.
Good job. I mean, it didn't help. The bees are still upset. But you did make the world a safer place, so credit where credit is due.
So soon.
Did you get the honey?
Take care.
Elena looks at your very sticky fingers. Well done. I shan't shake your hand, though. Just, well done. Unfortunately, the bees are still very upset. Still, we might find a use for the honey later.
If you find anything interesting,
Let's save some bees.
the world is wild.
While you were out, I scouted some of the smaller beehives. They all look like they've suffered damage. We should investigate them. Maybe that's the cause of their aggression?
So soon. Take care.
We need to deal with the hive guardians one way or another if we are going to investigate this place. I do hope we don't have to kill them.
If you find anything interesting, let me know.
I'll come with you to... Ah! Who is that? I heard your friend's request. I gave you this communicator, not the other... Oopsie. What's this? Oh, I missed her quest text. We're gonna abandon this and pick it again.
Oh, good. I could use your help. The world is wild. Stay safe.
I heard your friend's request. I have sent you an item that will be useful. Do not say I ever do anything nice for you. I wonder if that's supposed to say never. Of course not. You are so loud I could not help but overhear. You are not that interesting. If you are upset, perhaps I will not help next time. Tranquilizes anything it's thrown at by temporarily disrupting their spiritual web. Non-invasive and pain-free. Apparently a common prank to pull on unsuspecting friends. I like that dialogue. I gave you this communicator in case I needed to talk to you, not the other way around. Alright, we are tranking hive guardians and investigating beehives. It didn't matter because the other demon hunter killed it. The hive has been smashed open and all the honey has been drained from it. This looks like the work of the honey-crazed maulers. The queen bee of this hive lies dead, surrounded by bees from her hive. You see large puncture holes in them. The wounds are too clean to be maulers. This was done with precision, not madness. So I wonder if what we're learning here is that they have many problems.
I'm out of range.
Alright, one more hive to go, 2 more guardians. One more guardian, because that one stopped being tranquilized. I guess I could just stand there and trank the same one over and over again? I don't really like these exposed honeycombs. I think they've got a... It's not as bad as, like, some of the silithid stuff, but there's a tryptophobia trigger there. Oh no! It looks like the larger bees attacked the smaller bees. They're out of control! Quick, let's check the last hive. This hive shows clear signs of damage. The damage could not have been done. Oh, I missed the end of it. Okay.
I'm so glad you're here.
Bees are super pollinators. It's incredibly unfortunate they're so murderous right now. Normally, they are quite calm.
So soon? Take care.
Alright, let's go find the last hive. I am still trying to avoid killing the bees because we don't want to kill the bees. I wonder if we're going to take the murder bees to a more dangerous location. Then it's good for everyone's ecosystem. You find a queen bee huddled in the back of this hive. She is surrounded by the corpses of her colony. It's clear without help, she won't last long.
A fellow researcher.
Oh no! The poor queen bee! We have to save her!
The world is wild.
We have to find out what is causing the bees' distress!
If you find anything...
If we can save the smaller bees, they can join the queen's colony. I just wish we had some way of capturing or transporting them. Do you have any ideas? Perhaps that friend of yours has something? If you come across any of the larger bees, I worry that they may be beyond saving. Do what you have to do.
So soon? Take care.
We still need a way to lure out the queen so we can take her away from here. Oh, the honey you gathered earlier. Put that out to lure her, then catch her in this ventilated jar. You said you were after bees? I think she'd be a great fit.
If you find anything interesting, let me know.
Alright. So I guess we are gonna fight off this bee.
I need to target something first.
And we'll take the queen bee.
Oh, good. I could use your help.
If we can get her to safety and bring some of her hive, they can rebuild.
The world is
We saved her. Let's take her to Koresh, was it? Always nice to see new parts of Azeroth.
so soon. Take care.
You are certainly taking your time. Have you acquired the bees yet? I need something to help me transport the bees to Koresh. You are in luck. I have just the item. Point, click. Anything small enough will be transported directly to Koresh. Is it safe? It is safe enough that I would use it on you if the occasion required it.
My fortune for the world
Well,
that was.
that's not great. But hopefully it's good enough. Anima vacuum. Apparently there is a portal in the back that leads directly to Koresh. You've been assured it's safe? Probably. I feel, oh, so much better about it now. Okay. Where did the anima vacuum go? It didn't pop up as a quest item. Oh, well now it's there. Alright. Oh. Okay, I have to do the little bees. I guess that makes sense. The giant bees are not interested in the tiny bees. Or at least in serving their queen. I am not sure why these honeybees died. That is unfortunate. That is not what I wanted, but it's what happened. It's not what we wanted, but it's what happened. So what will you do now? I need 2 more bees. I feel like part of the reason people do not like quests is that people are beginning to celebrate not wanting to read. And questing content just is reading content. But I like it that way. I actually don't want them to implement voice acting for things. I like the space for creativity. And also, frankly, engagement. Like, when you have to work for it a little bit, you are just more interested. Like, there is an immersion that comes from something being really easy and just completely overwhelming everything you can think of, but there is also like a difference between that kind of immersion and the engagement of you actually participating in something. And for creative media, that means using your imagination.
A fellow researcher.
Have you rescued the bees?
If you find
That was an extremely unorthodox method of capturing bees, but it was a successful one.
so soon.
We've secured the queen and apparently sent some bees to Koresh. So, how do we get there?
The world is wild. Stay
Once again, I have provided. You may use this portal to return swiftly. I really thought she would comment on this, but she's evidently not fussed. I agree. And like I said, it just seems weird.
There are many tasks.
It seems weird to me because people used to complain about
See to
having to do repetitive PvE content, and these days it feels like all they want to do is repetitive PvE gameplay.
With funding comes
Congratulations. You have secured the bees after much delay. They are in the atrium. Once the queen bee is delivered, we may begin our research.
I must protect my investment.
I will send your guest to the atrium to handle the bees. You should check on her. No doubt she needs assistance. Hey! What's up with the sky? Oh, we aren't on Azeroth anymore, are we? Check out those plants! Oh, this is gonna be really interesting. I'm gonna write so many papers.
Our work has just begun.
Alright, where is this atrium? Is it here? No. Oh, here. Okay. So I do need to use Flying Mountain. In some sense, it never changed for me because I actually hate leveling through dungeons and stuff. I much prefer to quest. I go back and forth. I think there is, or can be, something really satisfying about, like, the clear progress loop of finishing a dungeon and, like, how many levels did I gain from that, etc. I also really care about social stuff, and I feel like in the last 10 years, like, the only place I'm gonna meet somebody to talk to is in a dungeon. But it's too gamey and repetitive, and I catch myself doing a lot of, like, basically playing the game for hours, such that I get to a point where now I'm like, okay, now I can play the game, but I actually no longer have a conception of, like, what is the game that I want to play in those situations. So I'm trying to do more questing to level, because I'm finding that, like, I'm not as sharp on the lore as I used to be or as I want to be. But it is tough when efficiency brain wants to speed level in a dungeon.
I'm so glad you're here.
Bees are so resilient. Look at them go! How are you finding Koresh? You know, once you get past the giant gaping void swirl of doom in the sky, it isn't half bad. Food has been my only problem. Venari has been very helpful. She's been making constant comments about my owing her.
So soon? Take care.
Now that I have provided you with sustenance, you must take care of the bees for another day. That was the plan all along. I'm on another world again. I'd pay them to let me work here. It's all so fascinating.
The world is wild. Stay safe.
Hello again, Runathe. Are you here to help out?
If you find anything interesting, let me know. So soon?
It's taking the hive a while to get up and running, and they are low on honey. Thankfully, you gathered plenty of honey back in Stormsong. Could you feed the queen?
If you find anything interesting, let me know.
The bees seem to be doing very well in this new environment. They're even starting to pollinate the plants here. We should document it. It's not science if you don't write it down. You'll find them mostly around the plants.
The world is wild. Stay safe.
Alright, don't forget to grab the honey. Seems like it would be very important. For some reason I have a flamethrower. And a camera. And some honey. This honey comes in a suitable receptacle. You know, because you were a sticky mess putting it in there. Oh, you know, because you were the sticky mess. Alright. I wonder how long bee questline is. I'm not adverse to long questline, as I said. But I do feel like I'm going to reward myself with new snack. I'm glad she is happy. She is an edgy bee. Look at her.
I can't attack that.
Took me a second to figure out mechanically how this works, but I got it.
I can't do that yet.
And before I misclick at some point and accidentally just immolation or a bee to death. Which is, again, not my goal. There's so many critters in this zone. Existing around Runethay hazards. Three more bees to go. I wonder if I should cut the stream when I go, or if... Oh, there we go. If I had been close enough, that would have been the end of the bee. No, no, no! It's happening! Good, I don't think it died. Okay. Cut the stream. I feel like a longer stream is probably better for trying to accumulate viewers. But maybe I should switch computers over to my desktop that can deal with the warmth of this apartment better.
I could use your help.
I think bees will do well here. Look at her. She's so happy not worrying about those horrible death bees.
The world is wild. Stay safe.
Have you thought of getting into science yourself? You're a dab hand at it. All right. Let's get these bees into Ecodome Primus for the next round of tests.
The world is wild. Stay safe.
Let's move our tests into Ecodome Primus. We'll test them out with actual Karashi animals. That's pretty exciting. I've noticed that she has an accent that, like, would have maybe gone with some of the Void Elves that we've seen, but I can't... She doesn't... I mean, she looks like a Blood Elf. I don't know. She has a strange accent. Was this a... Oh, this is a world quest. Okay. That's why I'm getting the item popping up there. I was thinking it was bugged and, like, remembering when I did quests a couple weeks ago in here, and I was like, wow, that's weird. What do you think, Sunny? Should I turn my stream off if I go to the store and then intend to turn it back on in 15 minutes, or should I just leave it on with, like, a be right back note?
I'm so glad you're
If I were a bee, I'd be a queen bee.
so soon. Take care.
I think we should start prepping to move the bees into the oasis. I'd like to tag them so we can monitor the hive. Bees don't tend to stand still for long. We'll need to tranquilize them and tag them. I tagged the queen. Would you tag the honeybees? I don't know if you can... I mean, I guess we already did, but, like, tranquilizing bees, especially little bees, I think we generally just use a cloud of smoke. Yeah, that's fair. Do you think there's any reason, since, like, the only people watching right now are you and Songvale anyway, like, there's no disadvantage to me turning it off, is there? My goal is not to become a mega streamer. My goal is to have additional people to talk to. But I'm aware of the fact that that still looks like the same thing, which is more people need to come visit. Okay. Yeah, because I'm not going to, like, lose any viewers. As far as I know. If you're lurking, welcome. You're welcome to keep lurking. If that's what you want. I'm here to talk to people.
So soon?
The bees are doing well and have no negative interactions with the local fauna. But what about the flora? I have some cuttings of plants from the oasis. Would you gather some cuttings from this dome so I can compare them?
If you find anything interesting, let me know.
There are 6 people. Well, that's interesting. Yeah, I feel like I had seen that somebody was saying, longer streams are better, but I think what they were referring to was like if somebody opens your stream and then walks away from their computer or just puts the tab down, like they might stay as a lurker in the stream even though they're not really watching, which will just push you up the numbers. But I feel like if there's nobody watching, then you literally have nothing to lose. I'm sorry. That is tough, Do you want to be a decent human being or do you want to eat before your raid? You must serve. Serve Kitty as a glorified pillow. That's great, honestly. I've said this a couple of times. My ferrets have stayed like super busy. Sometimes at around like a year old, they'll like slow down and get a little bit more cuddly. But mine did not. Mine stayed exactly as they were. And I am distracted at the moment as I go manage the spam bot. Just a second. Alright, hopefully that deletes their message, because they've been banned. Yes, it looks like it did. Great. What were we saying before I got distracted? Oh, the ferrets. And so, like, they're very squirrely. And I will be sad when they are elderly, because I do not want them to be closer to death. But I admit that when they are elderly, they are much more likely to finally become cuddly. And I do want them to be cuddly. I like the idea of getting to hold and, like, snuggle my pet. Male ferrets in particular tend to get snugglier after, like, a year. But my girls did not. I suppose I could also look at it that way. Whenever you finally get up or leave, then I will go get snacks. It's not, like, the thing about streaming for me is, like, at this point, especially if there's somebody else to talk to, I don't really get tired. I might get a little bit, like, my attention wants to wander, but if I'm talking to somebody actively about the game, it's pretty easy to keep going. So what happens is I'll be like, oh, I want a snack. 2 hours is a good amount of time. Like, I'll sign off. Or, like, I'll just reach a good point to sign off in whatever game I'm playing. And I'll be like, all right, well, we're going to cut it there because it's been 2 hours. And then 5 minutes later, maybe I've gotten to stand up for a minute. I am not sure what to do with my time. And I'm like, should I turn the stream back on? I've done that a couple of times and just, like, switched games. Which I could do. My capture card got here and actually works super well, which I am delighted by. I'm pretty sure the feature set that my capture card has, if you get, like, an Elgato one, is, like, $100 card. And I paid $16 open box for a not that brand card. But I was testing it and, like, it seems to work great. So I am super psyched about the deal that I got. And now I can play Switch games without, needing to dabble with playing Switch games through other means if I want to share them with people on Twitch. I wonder if the people who designed this quest, like, knew anything about honeybees. Like, did tranquilizing them and tagging them not... Was it for a different animal? Like, maybe it was some kind of bird, maybe? This would have been cool with hummingbirds, actually, as the pollinators of choice. I feel like that would have been different, but there's not as many puns to name your quests after with hummingbirds. At least, you know, you're ready to get up now and you're hungry. But you're gonna wait 30 minutes. Sorry, it took me a long time to actually... I read that message a long time ago and then just didn't have a response. Ah, thank you. I hope you didn't get stung. Oh, I need one more flora cutting. As somebody with more streaming experience than me, is there any immediate critique that you would provide to me about my stream setup? Is my overlay to block my chat box truly horrible? Is this mic completely unacceptable? That kind of thing.
Oh, good.
I'm terribly excited to work on plants again. It's been quite a while now. Get it? Bein'... I didn't even pick up on that at all, no. Excellent. The bees and plants are getting along nicely. That means they are ready for the oasis. It's looking good, Runethe. Really good. The bees can be moved to the oasis. I'll get it sorted for you. All right, I'll get these bees over to the oasis and meet you there.
If you find anything interesting, let me know.
I'll meet you in the oasis, Runethe. See you in a bit. Thank you. Yeah, and I do like the creative freedom of that. I just wasn't sure. You never know, and I feel like this is less of a thing now than it was, like, back in our day. It's still your day, to be honest, but, like, back in the day when I met you, there was, like, particular cultural norms for different spaces where it wasn't... You could express yourself, but there was still, like, a framework of, like, expectations that people still generally adhered to. You know, so it's like you could put whatever you want on a form, basically, but, like, the fields existed on a form. So that's kind of the thing where it's like, oh, it would be really great, actually, if your overlay was like this. People would kind of expect that. Or, obviously, I also think, you know, it would just be good to know if it was like, your microphone sounds so bad. You should invest any money in your microphone. I have not invested any money in my microphone. I am borrowing this one from work, but it might be a permanent borrow because this microphone will never ever get used in my workplace, most likely. I will say there's like a 95% chance that it will never ever be used. That makes sense. I just wonder to what extent, like, it quote-unquote matters when you're starting to, like, be what people expect. Or to, like, have the kinds of engagement that people like on Twitch. I keep wondering whether or not I should, like, set up the channel... It's not bits. I think it's points, right? Like, the little channel tokens so people can, like, play a sound effect or something. Like, I wonder if setting those things up would be fun. Or more engaging. I'm not opposed to them. It's like overwhelming. It's overwhelming. I also think I should make some little, like, title card things for my About Me section so it's not all text because, as we said before, text really intimidates people and little, like, title headers could just be cute. I think the only thing I need to add is the sound bite. There's a boss in Throne of Tides. It's like an old god thing, and when it spawns in, it goes I can do a better impression than that of it. That was not that good in terms of impressions I've done of that boss. I think I will have 6 different point values. And you can just choose how many points you want to spend. Yes, that. How many points you want to spend to play that. You know, if you want to spend 50 points, you can. If you want to spend 500 points, you can. It's the same soundbite either way. But Forge Render is an awesome name. Good for this person. I also feel like I want to develop like an appearance or a mascot, but I'm not sure what to make. I feel like the obvious thing to do is some kind of little like shooting star character. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure how like VTuber or PNG tubers are regarded outside of the art category. They're pretty popular in the art category, but I think that probably makes sense. There's a lot of people who like to draw pictures or make models there. But I'm not sure how I feel about having to use the face I was born with. So I kind of want to make like a Twitch Sona elf character. Oh, yeah, that's fair, because I've had this glass of water here next to me the whole time, and I've barely drank any of it. I will drink some of it now. You can tell I'm drinking because I stopped talking. Yes. So here's the thing. I can't do pitch perfect impersonation of a blood elf, but I can do... You are free for now from serving your cat, but once she has cooled off, perhaps at raid time, she will return. I think part of the issue is also, like, I know people do stretch reminders. I can't stand up and stretch because I don't have a mic arm. I actually have, like, come up with this thing with, like, an elastic band, and, like, the mic is, like, sitting on my chest, and I'm, like, just kind of leaned back with the tripod, like, digging into my flesh. Anyway, it's very hard to stand up. I have to, like, take apart the whole system. But the audio quality is so much better and so different if I do this that I am unwilling to let myself go back to what we had previously. So that is not great for my ability to like take a break at all. Let's start helping the bees get acclimated. The hive has settled in quite well. I'd like to do a quick honey check though. The pollen in these plants is quite different, and it should change the honey quite a bit. We need to make sure it's working for the hive. It should be fine based on the experiments in the earlier domes. Best to check though, right?
The world is wild. Stay safe.
You must have good, like, sound dampening or something then? Because I feel like your mic quality still feels, like, full when I listen to you talk. Whereas this microphone, like, being even like a foot and a half away, it doesn't sound that much better than like just using the open microphone on my laptop. I also should go back. I should test the headset microphone that I have, which probably exists somewhere between the two of those things. But I think the problem is even if I had a mic arm, like, I don't think I've ever sent you pictures of my apartment, but, like, there's nowhere to put it. And I'm at the point also where there's not even that many places to, like, put it away. And aesthetically, I don't like how they look at all. Like, I have much more of, like, a fantasy cottage aesthetic that works really well in this space. And the mic arm just, like, isn't it. And there's also 2 different places that I might sit and stream from. So permanently mounting it somewhere, also not ideal. Um, it's not great. It's not a perfect system. Do you just use OBS or do you use a different software? Oh, we can talk to her first. There is a quest that this person will give me called Waggle Dance. That's bizarre. I've been really happy with OBS. I'm not sure what other people do that they need more than OBS. Now that we've talked about breaks and stretching, I actually am thinking I might need to take a break. And stand up. I do see that I gained a follower though. Panda had not yet followed, and now she did. So I am at 11 followers. Let's go. They are still all my friends or somebody that I had like hung out with in their streams. Like especially in the art area, I will intentionally join streams that are like 2 people because again, same way of like having a Twitch stream, I watch Twitch for a vaguely social experience, and those are the ones that are the most conversational. All right. I'm gonna go ahead. I'll stand up, and I'll see where I'm at in about 30 seconds. But I might be pausing it for just a bit. So give me just a minute, and I will be back shortly. I don't have a be right back screen. Maybe I should make one of those. But I think the metrics like the chat log message anyway, so whatever. Alright, I am back in with a little bit of a different microphone arrangement, so let me know if suddenly this is horrible. But the goal here is, frankly, being able to see my keyboard. I decided that I'm struggling way more than I thought I would with not being able to see the keyboard, which is weird because I had previously done my mic that way before, but today was really bothering me. Thank you for hanging out, Sunny. I hope your mac and cheese is good, and thank you for lurking. Songvale, when you say it sounds okay, does it sound different, or is it just, like, the same? Hopefully I will see you again soon, and/or will see you shortly in one of your own streams. Not shortly, it seems like you don't stream on Wednesdays. But, like, in the next few days. It might just be that it's, like, it's not as close anymore. It is a couple feet now from my face, whereas before it was more up here. I guess, actually, I could just, like, put something in my lap so it could sit where it is now without actually having to be attached to me. That's good. Like, it still sounds nice. Okay, well, as long as it still sounds nice, I feel like that is completely fine. I don't know. I guess, like, I watch tech channels where people get, like, all confused or bent out of shape about audio quality all the time. And so maybe I think it's more of a problem for more people than it is.
I'm so glad you're here.
This place is truly incredible. It's like Outland, but even more extreme. Oh dear. Does this mean I have a thing for shattered worlds?
It seems the insects have acclimated to our environment. Your task is complete. You may leave.
But there may still be issues. So far they've been thriving, but the queen needs honey to eat.
They will make honey from the plants here, will they not?
Well, yes. But these plants are foreign, and so is their pollen. There's no telling what kind of honey the pollen will make, if it's nutritionally adequate, or if the queen will even like the flavor for that matter.
Ah, I had not taken that into consideration.
Of course, I could always stay here and continue their maintenance.
And continue to sample our plant life, I assume.
It would be such a pity if the efforts to import them were wasted, would it not?
Very well, you may remain, but do not forget why you are here. The cultivation of life is of utmost importance. And do not expect monetary compensation.
We'll just trade service and fostering for scientific study and call it even.
At least her cleverness will be put to good use.
I feel like Venari thinks she's trying to scam her, but actually she just wants to hang out on the weird planet. This boat is cool. The first task is to pet the queen bee, which is great. Edgy bee. Edgy bee is happy. Those Sony headphones were really nice. Alright, it's time to go back to the man who thought I was there to scoop the poops. Have you collected the honeycomb? I'll run an analysis on this to ensure there are no issues. Thank you. Elainra mentioned another task she had, if you have the time. Elainra requested that I pass on a message. Hey, I'm Talad. I'm going to dance for the bees so they know where the new flowers are. Can you ask Runathe to do the same? Oh, this is Waggle Dance. Odd, but please feel free to frolic. Alright, it's time to Waggle Dance. Although I think you're supposed to, like, go back to the hive and Waggle Dance. There's a lot of this quest where I feel like it wasn't totally written by somebody who really understood bees at every point. Ah, this mechanic. Alright. I guess maybe the bees are lost, and I am helping them figure out where they need to go. I have completed the Eastern Waggle Dance, a great tradition to be done in the future by the bees. It's fun as a demon hunter to try not to have to walk in the water. I say, and then immediately land in the water. What am I missing? Alright. It did not complete. Reload. I remember being really bad at it initially. Did they, like, make it less sensitive later? The Waggle Dance is gone. But also, I don't have credit for it. I guess I'm gonna have to drop the quest and redo it. Maybe relog. I'll do the last one, and then I'll see what's going on. I kind of liked the minigame ones that they added in Legion. I liked the ones where you have to, like, untangle stuff. Like, I like the puzzle ones. The, like, Barrel of Fun one I struggled with. Because oftentimes, like, the models would overlap each other, and you couldn't actually figure out which one it was. So I remember being annoyed with that one. This one, I remember not being good at, but then later, it got less difficult. Okay. Well, I guess we'll try logging in and out, but I might have to drop this quest and pick it back up again. Because the Waggle Dance is no longer here, but it did not give me credit. Oh, well, that gave me credit. Awesome. Okay. If you want me to join you ever for the philanthropist, if you ever would like me to join you in minigame questing, let me know. That could be a fun thing to do some Tuesday.
Oh, good.
Have you been dancing? You did well, Runathe. This will help the bees in the oasis flourish. More bees knowing where more plants are can't possibly go wrong.
If you find anything interesting,
I just
let me
spotted a
know.
few bees flop to the ground. I think they've overworked themselves trying to get at the new plants. They'll be fine. They're just tired. Could you help me pick them up and bring them back to the hive?
So soon? Take care.
Thanks, Runathe. I'll head out and help as well. Meet you back here? I am warm, but I feel like this is not that hard to keep doing. So maybe I should just continue? Like, I'm not super invested, but I'm in a good mood. So I'm just trying to decide, like, should I try playing something else? Should I draw? Or, like, am I gonna just totally throw off my rhythm? And in fact, I should stay WoW streaming. Bees are actually kind of cute. I think you should get honeybees. That makes sense. I think it's not that I, like, don't want to stream. I think I'm just debating. Like, I'm not super feeling WoW, so part of me is like, let's do the new capture card. Part of what I want to do is, like, give my laptop Windblade a bit of a break. Because it's warm in here, but I'm not actually confident that she will get... I mean, I guess she's not having to do nearly the amount of processing to do streaming and World of Warcraft if she's just taking the input from the capture card and then streaming that. Greetings. Insert username here. I hope my recorded ecological data will be useful. That makes sense. I do think it would be hard if the bees did poorly over the winter. I think part of the other thing that's giving me pause is I'm debating whether or not I want Takis. And I think I really want crunchy. I'm not hungry, but like the flavor and the crunchiness I absolutely want. I need another bottle of buffalo sauce, I think, so at least I could have like spicy chicken. I don't think you're wrong. I do like those things. They're not, like, thick enough to have a really substantial crunch, though. And also, unfortunately, they are even more expensive than Takis. Somebody should figure out, like, a silicone mold for freezing ice into chips so that you can, like, not damage your teeth because it's thin enough, but then kind of get, like, a crunchy experience, but actually you're just hydrating yourself during the summer. Like, having had this idea, I assume it doesn't work because it seems like it would print money. Like, if you could freeze thin sheets of, like, slightly salted water, you know, that could work. I thought I was just gonna put them on the ground, and I was like, that's a little dark. We'll pet the queen bee. She deserves it. She's edgy and beautiful. And I'm sure doing her best. Her beast.
A fellow researcher.
All bees accounted for. Thanks, Runethe.
The world is
Ah, there you are. It's time for documentation. We need to keep track of how the bees are doing in the oasis. I've filled out the paperwork already. Perhaps you could get me some photos of the bees in action?
so soon. Take care.
Alright. I do kind of see what the chat was talking about. This does kind of go on forever. Like, maybe it wasn't all released at the same time originally. And it was more like a... Every couple of days, there was a new leg of the bee line. This quest chain is absolutely for bee lovers. And nobody else. I think it's cute, though. I'm overall for it. The, like, camera closing over the screen for some reason keeps scaring me. I think the computer's, like, black screening or something.
I'm so glad
You really have this photography thing down, you know? Look at all the look at the composition of this shot. We don't need cataloger Wolfred levels of photos, but I do appreciate them.
if you find any
Your photos make me think the hive is ready to swarm. This is the ultimate goal of any hive. Birth a new queen and create a new hive. It does mean our queen needs to move to a new location, but there is plenty of ecodome to go around, right? Can you help her find a new location?
the world is wild. Stay safe.
Does the existing queen leave? Or is it the new young queen that leaves? Again, I feel like I'm not sure on that one, but I feel like somebody had vaguely learned a bunch about bees at one time, maybe, and then made this quest chain. Alright. We are going on an adventure to find you a new location. I like the little UI thing about bringing her to a new location. That is a nice little doodad. Almost there. This is where she wants to be? Nope, it is not. This is where she wants to be? Yes? Getting close? No? Yes? Yes? Ah, here we go. The queen bee waggles herself. It doesn't appear that she likes this location. Well, why was I led to it then? Okay. Thank you for looking it up. I think the thing that seems strangest to me is that we use tranquilizer darts on the bees and not smoke. Like, a puncture wound for a bee would be a serious issue with their exoskeleton. Where does it want me to go? The old queen who leaves. All right. I wonder if it's because they're already, like, older and stronger? The queen dips her heads a few times, but doesn't make any attempt to move towards this location. All right, we're gonna check one more, I assume. I bet this is a rule of threes thing, where the third one is narratively the correct choice. Also, it means she doesn't have to fight any of her heirs if she lays eggs and takes off while the remaining work. That makes sense, yeah. Someone in the chat has asked how much of the story is this bee stuff, like, for real? The bee line does seem very long. Alright. This is it. I was correct. Narratively, the third one's always the right choice. Let us pet her. And...
Oh, good.
excellent! Our queen is all grown up.
So soon?
All right, I have done it.
I'm so glad you're here.
I have a quest to dance for bees.
The world is wild. Stay safe.
Everything I've done has been for Karesh. I must protect my investment.
I don't think I am ready to do another extremely long quest chain. I am getting very warm. I don't want to stop streaming, but I am super warm and the laptop is very warm. And honestly, I don't know if moving to my desktop will help me be less warm. I guess this thing is very hot. I don't need to be sitting next to it if I'm on my laptop. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go ahead and stop the stream for right now. And then I will make a decision in the next 10 minutes or so here concerning the ever important talkies, but also whether or not I turn streaming back on, but on Solstice, which is the name of my desktop computer that I feel will cause me to experience less direct heat than using my laptop is in this moment. So, thank you for stopping in. If you are headed on out, and not planning on coming back, I appreciate you watching. Next time, give something to say. It's all about chatting here. Oh, bye, Sunny. I thought you were on lurk mode. And I'll either see ya or I won't. When I come back, if I come back, it probably will be something on the Switch, but I don't know if I feel like Zelda or Pokemon right now. Oh, and then you came back? That's fair. Oh, you said the word raid. I should be raiding into somebody rather than ending the stream. Although, that might look really bad if I, like, go live again in 15 minutes. No. I should raid into something. Let's see, is anybody I follow online? Sure. One of the first people to, like, follow me back is streaming Baldur's Gate, which is fine. So I will go to them. Feel free to leave because you do not know this person. I don't know them that well either. I just sometimes chit-chat with them while they paint or play Baldur's Gate 3. Have a good day. Good luck in your raid. I hope you get lots of loot, Sunny, and you don't get ridiculed for standing in stuff because I would stand in stuff. And I will catch all of you in the future. Now it's time for an awkward pause while I try to remember how to raid. How do I raid? Oh, I found the button. I hope that people are not super unkind to you.
stay. We're currently doing a will and a story joy run. Not on a mood, but on mood mechanics. I'm not sure why it says AFK, but advice. Nice. I got stories of that. Duo means only them two? Yeah. It's not an honorable run, but it's got honor mechanics, but yeah, it's just gonna be the joke thing. Unless I need to swap will out for like when Lazel's